This is inside the mind of an Immortal 2 coach. We started off at A and we're going to entry A. We ended up getting stunned, which stopped us from being able to entry. Then flash, which stopped us to be able to entry. Our team died, and then we ended up getting hit with a Brim ult. Now, I'm in a 1v4 situation, so I take the timing from off of the Brim ult to isolate that sky on that fight while those smokes are still up. Now, my goal is to play to my win condition, which is isolating 1v1s. So seeing my ult, we got Jet with a little bit of shaky aim there, but I'm making some fake noise over to B site. Now hitting the trip also helped me. I also broke the door, which gave me the opportunity to be through mid. I created a lot of doubt of where I could be. There's timings and there's doubt. You need to create doubt in a clutch of where you could be, or you need to reposition to catch people off guard, because the whole thing with winning a clutch is literally isolating your 1v1s. So now they don't know where I am. I cut noise and I get a kill. An important thing to realize there was I did not reload. Big mistake from a lot of lower elo players is you guys reload after every kill. Now here, I'm just playing for the angle here. I assumed that he rotated. And because I assumed that he rotated, I knew he would most likely come back, realizing that I faked. Now we'll move on to the next clip. This is how I capitalize off of enemy habit. So this game, I was playing Cypher. I'm at top mid. You can see me up there. You'll see round 1, Sky Dogs. Okay, let's see what Sky does on round 2. Sky Dogs. This round, you can see I'm actually on B main, so I wasn't able to hear this dog. But look, round 3, Sky Dogs. I literally cannot make this up. This is round 4. Okay, so you get the point. So I eventually picked up on the fact that this guy's dogging every round, so I called a simple play with my Jet. Let's watch it. The play that I called was, hey Jet, why don't we just updraft and dash on this guy? You have knives. Let's just updraft and dash with your knives and just land on Sky, because he's dogging every single round. Keep in mind, this is round 10. This is the first round, and this is very important. This is the first round we punished him for this behavior, and I want you to watch exactly what he does the following round. Okay, so he dies. They're just completely not ready because Sky is mid dog while he's getting dove on. Now let's watch what happens on the next round. And this is what I really want to highlight. For 10 rounds straight, this guy went A main and did the same exact play. But because that play went unpunished, he kept doing it. The minute we punished him, look where Sky is playing now. His very first time playing B. They ended up winning that last round and they come back to A. Now, does he dog? No, he doesn't dog, because he learned this. This is human behavior inside of Valorant. When people ask, how do you play call? How do you know what to do? People on the enemy team are human beings. And if you understand psychology, you understand the powers of habit, and you understand consequences and rewards, you understand what's going to shape human behavior. Now we'll move on to the next clip. For this next clip, we have another inside of the mind. We're going to be talking about a wrap and timings. So the last clip before the last clip, we talked about isolating 1v1s. We talked about creating doubt, and we talked about not reloading. In this clip, we're going to heavily focus on timings and positioning. So first we had Teo in B main using the drone. I know he's been, this like 10-6, okay? So there's previous information you guys don't know. I know he's been nading me out of this position, so I move forward on him while he's off guard, and I take that 1v1. Once again, isolate the 1v1 on Raze. Here's where the timing is massive, okay? I have the camera to stall. I have 2 trips to stall. He expects me to be B main. I start full running here because I know he's out of range of my audio. I heard him dash. So I'm taking that timing to now get behind him. And by the time he's even looking in B main, you can see I'm already way ahead of the game. I know that he has to go for the bomb in B main. He broke my trip while I was in heaven, so I have an idea of where he's positioned based off of him breaking that trip. Now, he doesn't know I'm here because he has to slowly clear B main. He can't just full sprint in there, and he has a lot of time as well. There's no need for him to like full sprint in there. Taking timings like this is really important. Like wrapping your teammates is really important because you'll be able to get behind them. If you do it quickly enough, they won't expect it. So this really just allowed me to isolate my fights once again. You can see I still have 150 HP, and the reason that is because of great positioning. With poor positioning, you're gonna get in a bad fight, and that's just all it is. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the next clip. So for the last inside the mine, we're gonna talk about lurking. A lot of people lurk and they don't lurk properly. So there's a couple things you want to make sure you do when you lurk. There's two types of lurks I want to really cover. One is a cross map lurking, so that's where you might be on B and your team runs an A fake. And the second is called split lurking. So you're splitting with your teammate, or you can call it connecting lurking, whatever you want to call it. But your lurk connects with the hit. So you guys see how fast my team is already on site A. I'm just fast up mid, taking all of the risk in the world because my team is already on site. They need me to alleviate some pressure off of them. What that looks like is me coming up behind them like this and killing all of these people from behind them while they're fighting with me. And you see we even have the correct timings to fight together on ramps. Too many people, when they're lurking, they lurk way too slow and the entire team is dead before your lurk even does anything. If that happens, it's wrong. Your lurk is wrong. That will tell you right there that your lurk is wrong. So the main thing to focus on if you're going to choose to lurk is your lurk connecting with the team? Are you meeting the team while they're entering? Or are you taking space so that your team can rotate on the opposite side of the map? If you're not fulfilling one of those two things, and there's more aspects to lurking, sometimes you can just lurk and hold space or whatever. But for the things we're covering in this video, if your lurks are not achieving one of those two things, you are not lurking properly, and you are actually ultimately a liability for your enemy team. I mean, for your teammates. If you guys enjoyed this type of content, you guys can always check out my social media. I drop shorter forms of this type of content on all of my platforms. The social links for that are below. Also, drop in the comments what you guys want me to cover. If you guys have any specific type of ideas you want me to cover or specific things you want me to talk about, let me know and I'll try to get that in a future video.